Hi everyone, I'm Victoria and welcome back to my channel. In the last video we talked about the basics of automation and why it matters. Today we are going hands-on with one of the most powerful tools out here, n8n. Today I will show you how n8n works step by step, how to set it up and how to self-host it on Railway. So you can run it 24/7 without worrying about high costs. By the end of this video you will not only understand n8n, but you will have it running and ready to build your own automations. Let's dive in. Quick recap from the last video. So what is n8n? n8n is basically a visual automation tool. n8n is an open source, so unlike Zapier or Make, you are not locked into pricing tiers. Moreover, you can run it locally, in the cloud or on your own server. Each workflow is made of trigger, when something happens. For example, email received or webhook called. Nodes, small blocks that perform actions, send email, save file, call API. And connections, how the data flows from one step to the next. And of course, we don't need to write any code. Okay, so we are now in n8n and let's see how it works. So every workflow, as you know, starts with a trigger, so we can choose this one, trigger manually. And data usually moves as JSON between the nodes. JSON, what is JSON? JSON is a lightweight format for storing and exchanging data written in key value pairs that both humans and machines can easily read. Here we connect our trigger with the rest of the nodes, so we can add another one. And what can nodes do? Nodes can, for example, transform data. An example of such node would be set. It is here, and it looks like that. Nodes can also call APIs. So an example of such a node would be HTTP requests. We can put it here instead of set. Please have a look. And as I mentioned in the previous video, n8n has lots of integrations. You can integrate it, for example, with Gmail, Google Drive, OpenAI, and etc. Let's see if we can add it here. Yeah. In this part of the video, I will show you how to self-host n8n on Railway. I think that Railway has the best and probably the cheapest servers for that. So yeah, let's dive in. First, of course, we need to sign in. I will create a new account with you, so we'll see. Okay. Okay, so we are signed in. Now we have to agree some terms. And when you go into templates and then automation, you will find n8n. This is what we want to deploy and set up. Okay, so in order to use Railway, you have to pay $5 and then your account will be ready. I am still on hobby plan and I think that is perfectly fine. If you want more, then you can use the pro plan, which is $20, as you see. So we click here. Yeah, of course, add your card information and then your plan is ready. After you pay, you should go to My Projects and then you should find one project left. Okay, and then you will get something like this. You need to click on the primary. This is where you will find the link to your n8n. And then when you click on that link, you get your n8n. Of course, yours will be empty. Here are already some projects that I have done in the past. And when you want to start, just simply click here, create workflow, and then everything is set. We will also further learn about some nodes. One of them will be Webhook. But before we begin, what is Webhook? A webhook is a way for one app to instantly send data to another app through a specific URL whenever an event happens. Okay, so we have our empty n8n. Have to add first step, so the trigger, and we'll start with aforementioned webhook.
Okay, so now how to set it? Yeah, the method will be get and the path will be hello. Okay, so for now I leave also the respond with immediately because we want to see whether that will work. But later, when we will have the node respond to webhook, we will need to change it to this one using respond to webhook node. But for now, let's leave it that way. And let's listen for test event. Okay, let's copy this link and see how it works. Okay, so we have the information, workflow was started, that's great, and everything worked. Okay, so now we'll have to add another node, and that will be set. This is where we'll put our message. Okay, so what we need to do here, of course, the name will be message. This is the category, and the value will be hello from n8n. Okay, and here that's it. So let's test it once again. Okay, everything works. So now we'll add our final node, and this is respond to webhook. Okay, we'll need to add some property, and of course it will be put response in field, and we'll put here the JSON message that we have here. So I think it will be easier for us to put it in schema. Let's try it that way. If it doesn't work, we'll change that. So I'm putting it here. Of course, we need to choose the expression because with fix it won't copy that easily. Okay, and as I mentioned you before, we need to now, since we have this node, change respond to using respond to webhook node. And now, let's execute the workflow, see if it works. I will refresh the page. Yeah, okay, so it works. Hello from n8n, that's our message.
Okay, so today we learned what n8n is, how it works, and how to self-host it on Railway. So now you have your own automation platform, always online and ready to run any workflow you design. However, if you are serious about mastering automation, this is just the beginning. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let's build smarter workflows together. See you in the next one.